pulling the creep wave up to the high ground here, abusing the mechanic. Meanwhile, there's going to be an Icarus dive down bottom. Jonas is going to get away, make his way out of there. Tough situation. So Bone 7 is actually just an offlane Ricky, which is highly unexpected. They throw up a Sentry Ward. They see Bone 7 as he was actually blocking the camp with his body, and he'll do so again. Oh, he actually missed it. He missed the block. He needed to be here, I think, and he was kind of here. So he misses the block. That's unfortunate. Well, oh well. He'll be able to reach experience. They have one more sentry. Can they get this kill? Icarus dive is available. They will be able to get Jonas out of there just fine. Isaac Taiga from Envy's favorite show. I'm not going into it. But he's going to be the sniper. So it's a safe lane sniper, interestingly enough. Only 3 last hits, though. 8 coming out in the top lane for Era. He's having a much better time. That's the problem, man. Sniper's animation is good, but his damage is pitiful, and he has no Wraith Band, which is usually what you see if you send Sniper mid. Go for that Wraith Band and try to get some early extra base damage. That's not the case here. Misery throwing up, he's walking underneath that Observer Ward. They spot him out. They know he's nearby, but he's going to get that bottom rune spot. Meanwhile, Flame Spirits from Jonas going out to Envy, just doing some damage and harass. And so far, nothing really happening. Rotation from Ricky onto Bone 7. Bone 7 got blocked a bit. He might know that the Ricky was there. He didn't ping it out. Not that he was going to go for him anyways. He doesn't want to use that one sentry for a kill that he's not sure of. There's no way he can get the kill there. Right. 2 minutes and 20 seconds of the game. Very early stages of this best of 1. I should say 1 game series. Boots, is Bone 7 going to come in here? Fox is going to get LSA'd. They don't have the boar for 7 seconds. That's what they really need, I think, for the slow. Limp backs up. They know that he's missing top lane, although there's no sentry in lane. Bone 7, that was a smart rotation, but he couldn't find a kill there. Maybe if the wave comes and pushes out now, because of course it's under the tower, maybe they can find a kill. He does have that smoke screen, which is a nice little slow. You look at it, it's only 25% move slow, but at least it is a slow. They're going to get the boar on him, and maybe they go now. Limp going to miss up on the high ground of the boar. Look how far up he's going. They're going to run at him. There's the smoke screen, the wild axes as well. Will this be the first blood? It might. LSA misses. Actually hits onto both. And now they get the living armor as well, but still, it's only a couple of picks. The boar taking it down. Fata gets first blood. Bone 7, the tower hits. He goes up and survives. He would have survived regardless, but still, Bone 7 staying up in fighting shape. Oh my god, is he living dangerously? Bone 7, buddy, look out. Oh dear. Still, first blood. Well done coming out from Cloud9. And this is the problem. You get this early invis, you can rotate. You have to invest so much in sentries and maybe putting them down mid or just anywhere across the map. There's going to be the axes again. Limp, LSA, Dragon Slave already used. Courier's coming in as well. There's going to be the smoke screen, TP rotations. They're going to use the leech seed. Fata in trouble. Fata's going to stick up Dragon Slave, snipes him out. Limp getting right click by the boar. He will LSA it and kill it right before going down, or almost going down, I should say. Big rotations, though, coming through. Here comes Misery. He is level 2 Lightning Storm. He can't get this kill, but he is going to zone them out from getting the double damage down bottom, which Misery will pick up here in just a moment. So they lose Fata, but they have to rotate 3 heroes in the process, meaning that there's so much more space created for Envy. However, look at that Split Earth coming out of Jonas. He's going to get Lightning Storm, but it's just not enough damage for Misery to get the kill. He did get Dragon Slave, did a lot of right-click damage. This is going to force Jonas back to the base, as well as a couple of them, I think. But, yeah, again, space created. Envy gets free farm bottom, but at the same time, Air gets free farm top. And now Bone 7 is here. Maybe try to go on Seal K, but only level 3 with only 1 point in backstab. Not the best. Meta, pick ban, percents 6.83. Beastmaster, 4. Okay, so yeah, I was right. He was the only one that's at that 15 to 20% mark, and then Elder Titan's 4.5, Leshrac 3.2. Ricky's 0.3% pick rate. That's ridiculous. Nobody picks this hero. And that must be for a good reason. I mean, it's not like they didn't try things out, you know, at the beginning of the patch. I'm sure in scrims as well. I think the general consensus is that this hero just isn't great. But it's not really been used in this role, in this kind of offline situation. Or if it has, it was picked early on, perhaps in the draft. I'm not sure. I mean, they're throwing rewards. The biggest thing for this is kind of what you see out of a Treant Protector when he goes into the jungle, in the aggro jungle, and he throws wards down. You have to dedicate so much time trying to find that Treant Protector who is warding up your jungle, who's getting vision. It's the same for a Riki. You have to spend so much time throwing down sentries, making sure your other lanes are safe. And you can see already, you look at Hansken, he rotates over, Limp now gets a sentry to help him out, but that's a waste. That's time wasted for a Treant that could be pulling, that could be getting levels elsewhere. It's not the worst thing in the world. He's not, you know, getting too stifled, but it's just something to consider. We're now 6 minutes into the game. Midas recipe for Era. He's going to have a 6-minute Midas with boots. It's pretty solid. Pretty good stuff. I mean, he has 40 CS at 6 minutes. That's ridiculously good. And it's not like Envy's that far behind. Envy not going for the Midas, 35 CS. Midas Sniper not seeming to be the best option. Not picked up too often, I'd think. I haven't seen it that often, honestly, on this hero. And you just want to be involved earlier. You don't do that much damage, and you need to get to those early quick items. Bone 7 stealing a creep, throws up a silence, a smoke screen, and steals another big creep. That's pretty nice. His invis fade duration, though, is pretty long. It's only level 1. Look how long this is taking for him to go back invis. So he's not considering leveling it up. He went for the level 2 backstab to get that extra damage, the edgy damage multiplier. Alright. What else is happening here? Limp rotating around towards mid. Another rotation coming in from Bone 7. There's a Hawk nearby. Do they see the sentry? They don't have any counter detection. So, and Hansken's nearby as well. And they see him because the Hawk coming through. So Bone 7 is going to just sit in the trees even further. There's that sentry there that the control pinged out. They know that he put it down. And Hansken's just walking in the trees right now. He's kind of hiding the same that Bone 7 is. In fact, now Hansken sees that there's a path that has been cut. He pings it out. He knows that some subterfuge has been attempted from Bone 7, but Bone 7 will back away and he'll stay alive. What a cheeky play from Bone 7. I'm just gonna cut some trees down. Don't even worry about it. For all intents and purposes, this has turned into a dual lane mid, though. Now, Hansken's gonna rotate back towards bottom. I say back towards bottom for the first time, rather. And be looking to get some right click. Solo offlane Riki is 2-1 this patch. Bone 7 is both wins, and Jonas has the loss. That's, wow, that's actually some crazy stuff when you think about it. It's pretty coincidental, but kind of cool. A lot of stacks coming out here for NiP. Some real good stacks to work with later on for either Limp or for Era. Bone 7 is going to go on Seal Kid. There's a lot of damage coming in. Bone 7 just takes creeps at will. Still level 1 permanent invisibility, but eventually that'll be changed. The smoke screen radius that's the problem, is that the miss rate's nice, but it's really about the radius, I think. So I'm curious as to see if he will level it up and not go for the permanent invis. I think he might actually just go for the smoke screen and not the permanent invis. I want to check on No-Tail. What's he been doing? He's level 5, 2-2-1, so he does get that early point natural order, and I think that's a very good value point. 40% base armor reduction and 12% base magic resist reduction is not bad. That's certainly good. Some support Elder Titans will forego natural order until they get a certain amount of levels, but that's not the case here for No-Tail. Misery up in the top lane. He has a smoke. There's no lane ward coming out for NiP, so they don't see them rotate up. They're going to head to the jungle. They know that Limp is, in fact, doing stacks. They have this Hawk nearby. It did scout him move towards there. They're going to throw the sentry down. Bone 7 will go to scout. He'll see Hansken. He needs to back up. They haven't picked him yet. Now they know. They see him. And Bone 7 will not be able to get in close. Bone 7 should know there's a sentry there. Meanwhile, Envy gets a solo kill down bottom using the Assassinate up top. Now they're going to try to go on Limp. LSA is going to go. Silence is up. It's a bit too late. Meanwhile, there's the Lightning Storm, the roar into Limp. Can they get this kill? The Axis to stop this Split Earth. Look at all that hatred for Limp, who just took those stacks, but in the end gets destroyed. And Era looking to just come over and Midas real quick, not able to get involved. Nice kill. 2 nice kills, in fact, coming out from Cloud9. This early kind of aggression sort of paying off. You would not expect this draft to work out for Cloud9, but it sort of is. And Misery pops the Edict. They're going to use the Glyph. He was actually trying to bait the Glyph out. That was pretty cool. That's not the case. They won't be able to... It's level 1 Edict. It's not the most damage in the world, but at least it's something. Alright, where are we sitting at here? Jonas just has nothing, man. He's level 4. You look at Bone 7, he's level 5. At least he has a little bit more. They're both kind of poor when you think about it, but Jonas just can't find anything, really. The double ringer protection not saving him from the death that he received at the hands of Eternal Envy, who is going to have, I believe, a mom pretty soon. I think it might actually be flying out to him right now. It is. So Mask of Madness done for Envy. No real shocker that Envy goes for Mask of Madness first on any hero. Meanwhile, top lane, they're setting up for a kill onto Air or someone. Air can wait for him. He does have Replicate, but he doesn't have an illusion to use, so he'll actually just wait for him away. Bone 7's got to try to shadow Seal Kid here, but he won't be able to find him. And lots of rotations top for no kill. So this leaves Envy down bottom alone. He should know that something's up. They're kind of missing off the map. Onskin will go ahead and go in Viz, no level 6. Ice Blast is going to fly down, and they're going to try to go on Envy. He is going to get hit up with the Ice Blast, but he's very fast. He's going to pop the mom, run away. The lead sheet is going to go, but Envy, 2-speed, he's going to try to TP out, and looks like he might make it. He will. Nice TP, knowing that those two heroes can't stop him from just getting out of a bad situation. Limp, buddy. You got to be careful, man. Trust me. Oh, Necrobook level 1 for Fata. Oh, he's got Roar Limp's gonna walk up to the high ground and boom. I don't even think he needs Bone 7. He's got the Necro minions and he's got the right click. Ice Blast is gonna come through. It will hit Bone 7 and kill the Hawk. That poor Hawk is just like, man, just trying to do my job. But another nice kill on the Limp here from Fata with the Roar, and even a double damage rune as well. Actually goes for the level 2 Wild Axes and the level 2 Inner Beast, so kind of valuing some increased attack speed. Which I think is very good because the sniper also starts attacking like crazy with Inner Beast leveled up once he's nearby. And so Cloud9 have a 4-1 advantage. And they have a 1,500 net worth advantage as well. Now again, Era is your top farmer. And if he gets enough room to work with, he will be able to take over this game. But it's going to be tough. Because as I said, Jonas and the offlane Phoenix just not having a great time. Bone 7, he's having a better time now. He has treads. He's ready to go. He's level 6. He has his Blink Strike, which is the biggest thing. 3 charges of that Blink Strike is pretty insane. Actually, maybe 4? 4 charges, sorry. Lag, Misery lagging, and then he resumed. So I guess he's not lagging. Or he's lagging. Who knows? We got replays. We got replays, folks. So as I said, the playoffs will be beginning on the, I believe the 18th. Yes, the 18th at 20 CEST, 19 CEST rather. And that is going to be Asus Polar versus Hellraisers in a best of 3 series, which is very exciting. And of course, that series is going to be, surprisingly, in the winners bracket. Asus Polar and Hellraisers having a very good time. I think the series everyone is waiting for is Team Secret versus Evil Geniuses in the winners bracket. Actually, Pim, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that a best of 5? Semifinals and finals are best of 5 series. But that is a winners bracket round 1.
Dude.
No, it's a best of 3, I believe. Best of 3.
It should be best of 3.
Yeah, it's best of 3.
I don't know what's crazy about the finals?
What's that?
Like, if you come from the lower bracket, you have to win 2 best of 5s. And they're gonna be on 2 separate days. Which I think is pretty crazy, you know?
Yeah. No, that's insane. That's a lot of Dota to play. But at the same time, we've talked about this before, but I really like the format of DotaPit Season 3. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun time. It's a fun time to be had. Teams really, we've talked to teams. In like many situations, AUI talked about it at the summit, and we've talked online about formats, and they really like 2-game series. And they like the idea of BO3s in playoffs because you don't want one game to decide your fate in a tournament. I think that's the biggest issue for a lot of teams, is that 1-game series are kind of lame. They don't necessarily... With the best of 3, you could say, okay, the best team won. With the best of 1, that's not always the case. But, you know,
I mean, it's tiebreakers, right? We just have to make something happen.
Yeah. You
can't like, well, let's just do best of 3.
Well, no, I'm not talking about that. The tiebreakers, this makes sense, you know.
Oh, sorry.
I'm talking about
I was filling
like,
the
the
replays.
yeah. I'm talking about the playoffs.
All right. Nah, Playoffs have to be best of 3, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it has to be best of 3, I think. At least in my opinion. Best of 1. But the problem with best of 3s in certain circumstances, and this is very true of LAN situations, is that sometimes you just don't have enough time to play best of 3s in the playoffs. And so sometimes in the earlier stages of a playoff bracket, it will be best of 1. That's
crazy,
unfortunate.
Because it's elimination matches.
Yeah, exactly.
That's brutal.
Which means that you should probably just, if you're going to just do best of 1s for playoffs, then maybe you should shorten up your group stage format so that you have more time for best of 3 playoffs. But then again, it's a balancing act, so there's a lot to think about here. Double disconnect from Cloud9. Looks like we have some issues.
Oh, I'm caps locking it up in chat. Oops. Alright.
Nice. Caps lock, sick.
Caps lock is cruise control for the cool kids, right? So
that's that is it. That's what people tell me anyway.
That's great. And I mean, someone has to spam the dank emotes, right?
Yeah, the dankest emotes. That's true.
The dankest emotes, actually, not only the dank ones. Yeah. Pretty good stuff.
We have some big disconnections. I could not tell you, Aaron, what's happening, buddy. I wish I knew. I really did. This was turning into such a good game too, but now we've hit the peak point of delay. I can't get away from it, man. I can't get away from the disconnects. After last night, I've been cursed. Ah, man, that was gonna be such a good series too. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm not gonna.
I didn't even. I just saw the drama afterwards. I was like, all right, guess something happened. I don't know.
There was like. It was way saltier than it probably should have been, but you know that was to be expected, I suppose.
Well, if I'm in the final, I gotta be salty.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's a final. It sucked for them. Let me just refresh everyone's memory or give people a heads up as to what I'm talking about. So for I-League North American qualifiers, it was Tinker versus Summer's Rift. Brax was having issues after he had played against Not Today earlier in the day to get to that grand final. For the qualifiers, and Brax up to that point had been carrying them. Against Not Today, he went 26-2 on Templar Assassin and carried them to a victory in the first game against the Peruvian squad. And then in the second game, he did really well. The first game between them and Team Tinker, who's having a really good sniper game, and they were ahead. And then Brax disconnected, and he did not come back for a long period of time. Summer's Rift expended all of their pause time, and there is a rule in the I-League qualifiers that if you were to, if you have someone that cannot reconnect to the game, you are allowed to have a stand-in play on his account and log back in, which is a very interesting rule because that rule doesn't exist for any other tournament except that tournament, I think.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
So the rule is, though, that you have to still have pause time and the person can't reconnect. So they didn't have any pause time when they wanted to have someone play on his account. And so, what Team Tinker did, which they were completely, it was in their right to do so, was that they unpaused, and they played it out. And Summer's Rift kind of kept pausing and saying, we want to try to get a stand-in, but then they just kept on pausing, and the game progressed, and as the game went further and further and further, Team Tinker gained a lead, and they eventually won the game. And then at the end of the game, Summer's Rift, which I don't fault them for this, they were upset, they 5-man DC'd no GG out of the game.
So classic NA Dota, right?
It is classic NA Dota in its true sense, but the drama kind of dissipated after that point. Both teams realized that it wasn't really their fault, and there was nothing they could do about it. It was just a situation where it was screwed up. But from what I heard, it wasn't Brax's issues were not of malicious intent by someone. Apparently, it was just internet issues, is what I've been told, or I think what Demon tweeted.
What he, yeah, Demon tweeted on Twitter.
So,
which makes sense.
It does, but you don't like when you see like the way he disconnected and reconnected from the game. It felt as if it was that that type of thing. But
yeah, but the thing is, you can't really differentiate between DDoS and just having super high package loss on your upstream or in your downstream. So it's it's pretty much the same. Yeah,
no, you're correct in that. For the layman, it's very difficult to tell. I mean, you can't really tell at all. So you're absolutely right. But it was a bad situation made worse by some unfortunate decision making. However, that's just the way of the road. The way of the road, boys. NiP and Cloud9 Not having the same issues, I hope. We're actually almost back in, I think. We're just waiting on Bone 7 for the time being.
Yeah, we're pretty much good shoots. It's crazy.
I think we're about to get going as well. Also, it was funny. Trout actually disconnected during the game last night, too, and he's like, I think I'm getting attacked. And I'm like, oh, God, no. He eventually reconnected, and we had no problems for the rest of the cast, but...
Yeah, well, there's been some periods where people just want to get some attention, I guess, and what do you get from DDoSing anyone in the first place? Well, okay, you can get some arcanas, congratulations, makes no sense, right? But, I mean, DDoSing casters makes absolutely no sense.
You become a dank memer, that's what you get. That's really what it comes to.
No, because if you are a dank memer, you don't need to DDoS because you're dank already, right?
Yeah, you already have the dank memes, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. You know, I'm a as an authority on the subject, you know, I can tell you everything about this.
Authority on the dank memes. Professor Pimpmuckle, PhD of dank memology.
The chair of dank memology. All
yeah,
right.
That's right.
Oh, I'm too loud, I guess. I wish I would have hardware. You know, I'm using all software, boys. It's hard. I don't have a studio. I'm trying hard.
Rip no studio on though.
It's fine. I mean, I'm actually honestly surprised to see how well this works out. The
so
stream is sometimes lagging a bit.
You're using the new mixer, right?
No, I don't.
Oh,
I had to send it back because there was the pass-through for the main mixer was dead.
Oh, you didn't get the new mixer yet?
Yeah, I did, but I had to send it back. So the new one is in the, new one is gonna be coming tomorrow. But we had the game today. Rip.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.
But guys, the good news is we have so much crazy stuff planned for the players. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Very excited. In the past couple of weeks, because of DotaPit, I have received numerous peripherals, which you all see when we start using... I'm not going to spoil it too much, but you'll see it pretty soon.
Numerous? I received one.
Well, I mean, that's on
Did I miss something?
That's on
yo, I'm gonna quit this, like, on the spot here, and this is not acceptable, boys.
You can't threaten me with that.
Alright,
you
I guess.
You definitely received more than just one peripheral. I don't know how you define a peripheral, but... I mean, chair, I guess, is a peripheral.
We bought stuff, but we didn't receive it, right? So, I don't know.
Either way, we're very fortunate. DotaPit has been a fantastic season, and been great for us bringing you the action. We've been told, first of all, I want to say something that, I don't know if you showed this, but No Tail said shout out to hats. So shout out to the shout out for No Tail.
Shout out to the shout out, alright. We're going deep here, boys.
The esports shout out. Looks like we are going to get Bone in very soon. He's just restarting his computer as we speak.
I have replays for days. It's fine.
Replays for days? How? Nothing's even happened, dude.
Days. Yeah, but I've got like all my replays. Like I've got a special folder.
Oh, for like from
where the gold is stored, you know. Yeah.
Wow.
I'm German. I have this all like lined up and stuff. Everything is labeled, so I can just queue replays, whatever. It's fine.
Thank God. That way people have something to look at on screen.
I could turn my camera on, but then people would be like, "Oh my goodness!" Like they would never want to watch Dota again. All right, just kidding.
Just be like, "What's happening?"
Oh, that was so bad. Mod forgot how to mod. All right, it's fine. I'm just having fun. All right, so where we at? In the game? What's it saying? 5 minutes 30 seconds of post time left. Right, we're good.
Yeah, well, I mean we're getting pretty close. Either the game is going to unpause because NiP wanted unpaused, or Bone 7 is going to reconnect to the game. One of those two things is going to happen. Hopefully it's the latter, as I think everyone. Yeah, Bone 7 has reconnected, but...
well, there goes Johan.
Yeah, well, we just can't win, man. We just can't win. Let's talk about the state of the game quickly. We haven't really touched on this.
Enough with instant replays.
Limp is actually going Yules, which is no surprise. I'm surprised he has as decent farm as he does because of how many times he's died, which is 3. 3 of the team's 4 deaths come from Limp at this point. They've done a nice job shutting him down. On the other side, Era, well, on the same team, I should say, Era, Ring of Health, Midas, he's getting close to, I imagine, Lincoln Sphere is what he wants to go for. And he's really farmed. He's the top of the net worth, but he's the only one that's kind of up there besides Limp, who's close by. You look at the bottom 3 from NiP, they have nothing, and especially Jonas. And this is the problem when you pick this heroes on offlane. If you don't get like a fast start, if you don't get involved in kills, if you don't get a fast level 6, and even if you do get a fast level 6, there's no guarantee that you get kills. There's no guarantee that you get money. Only 9 last hits coming out from him. He's not really rich at all. He's very, very poor. Up against Envy, who got a solo kill against him earlier with FaZe and a Mom, who I imagine goes for like an SNY next. He doesn't. I guess he could go early BKB to avoid a lot of Lena's damage. That could be something he goes for. There's some philosophical stuff happening. Some philosophical sayings. Up to Misery, he has his Urn plus a Sage's Mask, a casual Sage's Mask, interestingly enough. Maybe he's got a head Soul Ring next, which is not the worst item. In fact, it's very good on Mushrock. I think it's a solid choice. No Tail sitting on Tranquils and a Soul Ring pretty soon. Necro 2 is done for Beastmaster, so Necro 3 is going to be up next. Any other items that I'm missing here? I don't think so.
Oh, chat is coming to the dank memes. Oh. We just started something, Travis. Oh no. Everyone's gonna be so crazy.
I kind of want to see it now. Chat, show me your dankest memes, please.
Well, I've got mine queued. Look at this. Damn. Those emotes.
Let me see your dank memes, chat.
Well, we got a 5-minute delay, right? So
yeah.
It takes a bit of time.
So in 5 minutes, I'll see your dank memes. That's fine.
Alright, shout out to the Burden United manager who's trolling me like days. Because he's always telling me to cover the minimap whenever there's a pause. Because he knows I get off of this.
You have a very solid stance.
I have a hate, alright?
You want to rant about it?
No. Screw it. I mean, I could tell Chat. Alright, Chat. You know, we have a question for you guys, because we're now sitting in class in the production class, alright? And you have this issue here. You have the pause time, and now you have to somehow stop the DDoS. So, Chat, what do you do to stop the DDoS? Alright, I give you a few seconds to think about it, and then you type it out in chat, and we're gonna you know, think about the different solutions. So the one solution everyone on Reddit knows about is gonna be, well, you just cover the minimap. Another solution would be, and you press 1 if you want to cover the minimap, you press 2 if you want to increase the delay to 2 times the pause time, plus, you know, some change, say 7 minutes. Or you press 3 if you just want to say no to DDoS and stop it from the get-go, because you completely reinvent the internet. So 1 or 2 or 3, this is on you, chat. You can do it right now. You get 10 seconds.
If you are a 3 person and you can do that, I will pay you
I'll pay you an Arcana right on the spot with an autograph from anyone in the
just
scene.
one Arcana for reinventing the internet, man. That's a
Come on, you gotta start somewhere. I'm no saint. You know, I'm no Bill Gates.
You know, I'm no saint. I will give away one Arcana for my internet.
One Arcana's fine, dude. That's very special Arcana. It comes with love,
like,
alright?
It's ridiculous.
Come on.
Alright, well, I would give away 2.
I don't know. Well, the solution isn't to cover the minimap, obviously, because if you have a 5-minute delay, you know, all the 5 minutes leading up to the delay, they are all without any sorts of cover on the minimap, any sorts of pause screening. So the one good thing with the pause screen is actually, and I gotta say, this is pretty good, you actually stop any sorts of drama from happening, because the stream can't read the old chat. Now, the problem is, every other language stream is not going to be covering this, because, you know, you have like 6 streams going on, and someone is gonna leak it.
Yeah, but the thing is, that drama doesn't get posted on Reddit unless the English stream broadcasts it, I think. Or actually, that's not necessarily true, because endgame viewers will probably post it as well. I honestly, I shouldn't say that. I don't think that's 100% true, but I think for the majority of the time, if the English language stream doesn't show the drama, then nothing actually happens, because that's where most people are watching.
Oh, hello, Modpacks.
My Dota TV is 100% on, and with no issue.
This is your stats, man.
I would have gotten multiple messages by now. The only thing that I know is that the little bubble is showing up in the right corner of my screen, so. Pause time is over for C9 right as Misery reconnects to the game. That's probably the most convenient timing I've ever seen in my life, sort of. I think everybody's ready to go. We're back into the game. We've made it, team. We've made it, chat. Let's pat each other on the back for making it this far. Congratulations to Cloud9 for getting back into the game and avoiding it. All right, so we're ready to go. 13 minutes. We've bypassed about 20 actual minutes of Dota. Limp getting closer and closer to Yule Scepter. He's not too far off, actually. He's just jungling now. And with Fiery Soul, it's pretty easy to do so. Plus, obviously, all your spammable abilities. But lots of rotation stop coming in from Cloud9. The only hero elsewhere on the map is Envy bottom, who has been bottom the entire time. Jonas cannot get close for fear of dying to shrapnel and some right click. Because Envy does a lot of damage in a very quick amount of time. NiP will smoke up. They'll head towards bottom. And it looks like Era seems to know that there's something happening. He'll TP towards the mid lane. This is where the farm is. And they might just let this tier 1 tower top go. They have a glyph available that might use it. But Envy also sitting underneath the tower as well. We'll see if they take this tower top for Cloud9 and then rotate down bottom and get in a defensive position. It'll be tough. The glyph is going to waste a little bit more time. Edict is down for a couple of seconds, I believe. Is up in about 6. And NiP are just sitting in the jungle. No radiant observer wards. And Envy actually just TP's out. He's like, I don't want any part of this. Get me the hell out of here, folks. And he's just going to peace out. So nice tier 1 tower taken by Cloud9. They group up. They get it done. Necro 2 was not even used, I believe, for Fatso. He's sitting mid now. Era is got his perseverance. He's getting up and closer to that good old Lincoln Sphere, which is going to be nice to have. Limp rotating in. So it's for NiP, they're just kind of moving together. They don't feel safe. They don't have too much vision. They have one ward here in the jungle, but other than that, they don't have a vision of some very important locations. Top rune spot, mid lane, a little bit shallower in the jungle, like over here would be nice to have, but they don't have any vision. And it looks like there's a lot of radiant vision, at least a little bit more. Meanwhile, Era's going to get caught. Look at that mana bird coming out in the double damage. Era taking a lot of damage. He'll have to actually just back up and go home. The mana bird's so good against Morphling. Meanwhile, Jonas just TP's in, and Misery might just solo kill him. The Edict coming through. Was not expecting that damage. The Split Earth into the Lightning Storm. He got zapped. Oh my lord. Jonas is just having not the best time this game. The crazy thing is also the level 3 natural order is up and ready to go. That is some damage coming out here. Lip's going to take an astral. Stomp's going to miss. Living Armor's going to go through. Yule's is up. They're going to maybe try to go on Bone 7. Waveform comes in. Dragon Slave. They don't even need the Laguna to come out. Nice combo with that Yule Scepter. Yule's LSA Dragon Slave plus Waveform equals a kill. And that means Bone 7 is going to go down. C9 on the retreat. No Tail turns around to throw up an astral for the time being. Envy, in the meantime, taking a bottom tier 1 tower and continues to push up into the lane and get more CS. And I don't think No Tail's going to get caught here, but I've been wrong before. There is overgrowth, but he's already close to the tier 1 tower. They won't go on him. NiP are just trying to find kills. Envy has now bypassed Era and farm. His Sanj is flying out currently. His SNY is very close. He actually has got enough for a Blade of Alacrity, and that's the most expensive component of the Asha. Meanwhile, Misery in trouble. Ice Blast's going to sail through. Is he going to run into it? Yes. They'll catch Misery, but where's the follow-up? Limp's just not fast enough. He's got a Yules. LSA's about to come through, and that's dead. That's dead Misery. It's a dead little goat. Envy. Gonna find Jonas. He's going to just TP away. Although he TP's all the way back home. He didn't really take any damage there. He was afraid there was somebody behind Jonas, but that wasn't the case. Jonas is just like, I want my freaking urn, man. That's all I want. Bone 7's going to rotate bottom. He's going to be able to smoke screen it up, and will. The Astral coming through as well. Can they get this kill? Icarus dive going through. The last Blink Strike not connecting. The second to last. Now he's going to throw up the egg, and he's actually just going to have to back away. Bone 7 now getting out of there. He's going to have to TP. He will make it out. Maybe Icarus dive, just not in time. He did hit him up with it, but it was too close for comfort. He'll TP away. Meanwhile, Beastmaster did get a kill on Hanskin in the middle lane. I believe it was the middle lane. Nicely played still. Now it's Necro 3 as well, and they smoke up. They'll head towards bottom. Jonas with no Supernova for 80 seconds. This feels like Cloud9 are playing a bit more tight than NiP. NiP just, they're kind of running around the map, trying to find farm in their jungle, but they're getting jumped on. This Bone 7 Riki is really actually paid off. And Fatsa as well with this Necro 3. The Necro 3 damage at 17 minutes in does so much work, especially against... This is a very squishy NiP squad. There's no strength here, really, here. That's taking all this damage. Even Treant Protector is very squishy in regards to damage that he's going to be taking. Fatsa gets the Aegis. Nice little Roshan that takes very little time because of the Necro Warrior and the Necro Archer. Maybe they could fight. Thought about going to the high ground. There is a replicate behind Limp. They know this. They know that's a replicate. It's about to despawn in about 10 seconds. Oh, Limp's going right for that Aghanim Scepter. He says, no, I just want to blow people up. I don't need mobility. I don't need no goddamn Blink Deck, all right? Just give me an Aghanim Scepter. Just give me the ability to just shoot people in the face with some Tord Hot Lightning. That's what it's called in the tooltip, by the way. No-Tail is also going for Yules. This was like the old Elder Titan standard when you supported. And then they nerfed the fact that like you can't Astral and bring your you can't stomp an Astral, bring your Astral back at the same time, and then he just was never picked again. But Cloud9 were actually the innovators of this Elder Titan support strategy. It was Cloud9 and Secret for a period of time, with No-Tail and AUI being the two, I think, proponents of the hero. So No-Tail is no stranger to this hero, and you can see clearly he's having a pretty good time. He's 101, 42 CS for support Elder Titan. It's not easy to making it work. Bone 7 TP's bottom. There's 4 heroes down here. The only one they're missing is Limp. That is a lot of damage they are missing, but Era's nearby. Lincoln's is about to be completed. He just needs a couple more CS, or maybe just the tower as well. TP coming in. This time it's going to be Fatsa. Oh no! What a bad time to pause the game. G, auto pause. They don't want Leshrac here apparently. They're going to jump in. We're on to Jonas. Shrapnel's going to go as well. He's out of mana. Going to get silenced as well. They even throw the Elder Titan ultimate down, but it's already too late. Hanskin's going to get assassinated. He's got a Nature's Guise. They have detection with a Necro 3. Hanskin is not getting out of this alive. There is a replicate for Era, so I imagine he will make it away, but he could get silenced from a smoke screen. Meanwhile, Fonte gets a double kill on the backside, brings down Seal Kid. What a disastrous fight. That was a 4 versus 5 engagement. No, 4 versus 4. Limp wasn't there to help out. But NiP lose 3 heroes. Hey. Not the best time. They don't need Misery, man. Screw it. They don't need that Leshrac. They're going to micro him. Pretty much what they're going to do is they're going to micro him. They'll Edict the tower, then they'll back him up when his Edict's done. That seems to be what they're going to do here. Boom. Edict. I'm Leshrac. That's all I'm good for. Yule Scepter's up. He might be dead. LSA's going to go through. Nice smoke screen. Misery's still probably going to fall. Supernova on the backside pushes him back. Ice Blast hitting up onto Envy. He should still survive. Bone 7 heads to the opposite direction, going for the Delta split. So they only lose the hero that's not actually in the game. Misery we'll see in hopefully a little bit. Vata way in the trees. He has a TP. He's actually going to blink further down. Throws up a Hawk just to get some vision. And they can't really fight this. They're all a little bit too spread out here. They see No-Tail. No-Tail's going to try to TP out if they can hit an LSA, which they might be able to. No. He'll be able to TP away. He'll make it out. Glyph is up, and it'll be used.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's tier 1.
Radiant's
so despite losing 3
tower
heroes, they don't give a damn. They take this tier 1 tower, and bottom 9. Well, meanwhile, Hanskin gets blown up by Fatsa. I think he used his roar there. Absolutely. No adaptive strike arrow was just a moment away. Had that TP been any later from Fatsa, he gets adaptive striked and loses at least his Aegis. But he does survive. Sentry Ward, ooh, just spots out the Scissor, or does it? It should, right? Yeah, it does. But they're not going to counter ward it yet, apparently. That's interesting. That Crips will take care of it. Nice. Maybe that's what they were anticipating. 4 versus 5. Cloud9 are out of pause time, remember that. So they can't pause any further. And that was actually really cool that they just... I think that's why they unpaused. Is because they knew they were out of pause time. They didn't want to cause any issues. So. Jonas is going to be chased down by Bone 7. That's a double damage Ricky. It's a smoke screen coming out. Blink strike. No, he doesn't go for it. I guess Ricky just doesn't have... Bone 7 just doesn't have the damage yet. He needs like an item, I think. Maybe like a diffusal or something. Even with the DD, it's just not enough damage. Maybe some more attack speed as well would be nice. Bata now has a Blink Dagger. Big fan of the item choice. We'll see if he goes Ags or for another item. Wouldn't mind seeing an Assault Cuirass for him. Roar onto the Illusion. They'll kill it. Era actually jumps in. Adaptive Strikes. Doesn't do that much damage. Ice Blast will come through. That was kind of a surprise jump. It was like, oh god, it's a Morphling. But in the end, it doesn't really end up mattering. Roche gonna respawn in about 3 minutes time. Pretty quick Roche respawn, considering the Aegis isn't even gone yet. Yeah, that's very fast. Hansken. This is what we see Waitsu a lot. He does this a lot. He'll head into the jungle and he'll niche his guys and he'll throw up a ward and he'll just stay here for like the entirety of the early game. That's not been Hansken's MO this game though. Hansken's been more about rotating, trying to get kills with Fleet Sea, but it's really not been successful. Oh, that's a Sentry Ward. They scout out Hansken. They throw another Sentry down. I don't think they can kill him, though. He's just going to run into the trees here, unless they have... Oh, they do have the Necro 3. Fox is nearby. Stomp's going to miss. They need to get a Roar. Can they find it? Hansken will TP away just in time. So Fotza pops the Necro 3. I think they saw the ward. And this is why I think... this is why Beastmaster's so good this game, is because he did go the Necro 3. He has the Hawk as well, so he has complete control over vision. So all that issues, all the issues of having the Hansken Treant Protector in your jungle are pretty much negated 100%. Misery's back into the game. That's good. Cloud9 have a bit more comfort to work with here. SNY completed up for Envy plus 3k gold. He's farming up the Storm, but so is Arrow, who now is his Lycan Sphere plus 2k, and his Midas. There's the Midas finally done for Limp at 24 minutes of the game. If this game does go long enough, it'll surely be worth it, but who knows how this game goes. Both Riki games, Bone 7 went to Fusel and into BKB. That could be the case here. I'm not sure if BKB is the best item. Adaptive Strike. Look at the damage onto Bone 7. That is a lot of work that Air just put in. Waveform at level 4, Adaptive Strike at the right click. He hits pretty hard, and Bone 7's pretty squishy. He's going to have to regen up. Do they have an urn for him nearby? Misery's the one that has it. He's got the charge. Will he use it? Throw it onto Bone 7, perhaps. Hansken's going to walk in. He's ready for an overgrowth. They don't see him. There was a ping. Misery has no detection. Bone 7's not scouted out just yet. There's a sentry on Hansken, but he's not going to throw it down. And if he's going to push into the top lane, there's no tier 1 tower. Era's going to get roared up. He has no mana to work with. He can't morph. Yule Scepter's going to come out, but look at the necro damage. They'll turn on Limp instead. The Laguna Blade and Fotza does get blown up. It's a mega kill streak going to the side of Limp. Now Hansken behind them. They're going to jump and assassinate. Jonas might have to just pop up his Supernova and will. Envy may be in trouble. Overgrowth is going to go the Ice Blast. Envy's about to fall and will. The stop a bit too late to the party. Bone 7 here as well. They're going to throw up the ultimate from No Tail. The right click coming in. Can Bone 7 get the skill on Hansken? They throw it out the Sentry Ward. The Urd's up as well. Hansken, Lightning Storm will secure the kill, but now the Sunray coming in. 2-for-1 trade so far. Misery backing away. Doesn't want to get caught out here. They'll leave as a team. They'll make it out alive. Still, that trade is very, very good for NiP, making sure they get those 2 kills, the biggest of which, I can't actually tell if it's bigger to kill Sniper or to kill Fotza at this point, because Fotza had the streak. Sniper had a lot of net worth and experience as well. So both of those kills amount to a lot for NiP. Although I don't believe Arid got the assist or gold or experience for getting that kill down bottom. He still survives. He gets room to farm. That's very important. Beastmaster now with Boots of Travel. Bottom lane, going to try to jump on Bone 7, and I think that's a kill easily. Adaptive Strike waveform. Bone 7's just not tanky enough to survive that damage. They'll jump onto Jonas. He's going to get roared up. He has no Supernova. Splitter comes in as well at the perfect time for Misery. Icarus Dive is actually canceled. I think he might have misclicked that, hit it twice, and unfortunately goes down. I don't think he would have gotten away if he even hit the Icarus Dive regardless.
Middle tower is under attack.
And Arrow finds a nice little Roshan respawn for himself. He's going to be going BKB, which is a very solid choice. Super defensive coming out, but I like it a lot. It's going to be very hard for him to get roared, for them to really do anything to him. And they're taking this Rosh fast. The right click coming out from Arrow is ridiculous. Limp as well. He's got some speedy attack speed. Hansken getting the Hammer Fist, but this will be a Rosh for NiP. And suddenly the game kind of just turned around a bit. Only 2,500 net worth lead for Cloud9. And now NiP actually have an experience advantage. The kill score still reads 12-7. Meanwhile, Fatsa going on Seal Kid. I think Seal Kid's dead. Axes won't do enough to kill him, but the Necro surely will. It's just like, somebody please help me. For the love of a guy, get this boar off my ass. But Fatsa's gonna get chased down by Jonas. Earns up. Waveform goes. LSA dodges it nicely. He'll try to bottle up. If he makes it out of here, I'd be amazed. He's going to axe into the trees. He's got Blink in one, but he's going to get Yule's up, and that's going to lead into an LSA. Actually, don't even need it. The Dragon Slave and Adaptive Strike. That's more than enough for the kill. Jonas taking a lot of damage from that backlash of the Necro Warrior, but still getting Fatsa again. That trade is not worth it for the Beastmaster. Tier 2 tower top lane, not going to go down. Nice glyph coming in limp as well. Going to rotate through. LSA, Shrapnel's going to go. They want this tower. Limp's going to get right-clicked as well. The Living Armor's going to go. The Assassinate. They won't get the kill using that ultimate from the Elder Titan. Earth Splitter's just not there in time. Limp's going to get stomped up. That'll get the kill. The right-click of Ice Kataiga, I should say Envy, doing the job there. And I want to point out how confusing these abilities are. We have Split Earth and Earth Splitter. Are you freaking kidding me? You serious? It's ridiculous, Valve. Come on, man. So yeah. As Maltpax mentioned, Bone 7, he is going the Diffusal Blade. He actually has enough for another Blade of Alacrity, and then he just needs the recipe. That will be a completed Diffusal Blade. Oh, no. Everybody from Cloud9's having trouble. And this is actually a pretty important one, too. No-Tails, Astrals, and Stomps are on point. It's very hard to micro that with another hero in which Misery is now controlling No-Tail. So for the majority of this game, Cloud9 are playing 4 versus 5. It's kind of ridiculous. A full Diffusal flying out to Bone 7. No-Tail reconnects immediately. It's back into the game. And we're back into 5-on-5 action. It's almost like a power play, but a power play that's not deserved. Pretty dumb. Oh boy. Now the question is, what does Fatsa go next? We talked about the Assault Cross. The Aghanim Scepter is always an option. Maybe he picks up a BKB if he wants to be able to survive a bit longer. Maybe he tries to break the Lincoln Sphere a bit easier. I don't know. There's a lot you could go for here if you're Fatsa. A lot of options. Onskin rotating around. I think they might have spotted him with that ward. A lot of wards up the jungle here on the Radiant side. Misery has Yules, by the way. I'm not sure. He got that a while ago. He's up to 1,400 gold, so he's got some serious cash. And Bone 7's lost his effectiveness. They've done a really nice job of carrying Sentry wards, countering him up, and getting kills with him nearby. There's no gem yet, I don't think, at the Dire side. I'm surprised that they haven't picked one up, but actually, No-Tail is the one with the gem. Is that his gem is the question. Absolutely, it is. They'll kill an illusion quickly. Era is got a replicate ready to go. He's actually going to go right into Fatsa. He's going to try to kill this boy. He's a Ghost Scepter. He's going to be heading towards that Ethereal Blade route. He's going to get replicate out there and just make sure he survives.
Middle tower is under attack.
Limp Invis, so is Bone 7. What an awkward situation. They both walk right by each other. No-Tail will throw up an Astral. He has a gem. I think he might have spotted him out. And, well, Limp's Invis is going to wear off, too. Limp will walk away. For Cloud9, they don't really want to fight into the Aegis of the Morphling. And on top of that, it's really hard to kill him in the first place. It comes down to, I think, NiP engaging in a fight and really committing. Because at that point, Era might not have a replicate up. He might lose his mana from the mana drain coming out from the Necro Archer. Although he's got a BKB and a Lincoln, he's pretty much fully protected. So there is that. Bone 7. So Shadowblade was the choice for the Lina after getting that Aghanim Scepter. She's going to get stomped. She should be very careful. She's going to Yules herself into the air. Roar's going to go through. Axes as well. Bone 7 jumps in, gets the quick kill. Adaptive Strike, Overgrowth as well. Bone 7 in trouble. Waveform. And they get a 1-for-1 trade. They blow him up. He tried to Blink Strike away. Was not the case. Assassinate going through. Breaks the Lincoln Sphere. BKB's still up and available. And he still has the Aegis as well. Icarus Dive is available. Will he get it off? No, the Splitter's coming through. Beautifully timed. Jonas is the second casualty for NiP. Nicely played from Cloud9. They've been hitting that combo since the beginning of the game. It's been very impressive. Stomp into Split Earth. And now with the Yule Scepter, it's even easier. Arrow sitting up to 2,000 gold. If he can get that Ethereal Blade, oh my god, some heroes are going to die. Not many tanky heroes to the side of Cloud9, although Envy getting up there in health with his SNY. He did just complete up a BKB not too long ago. Well, not too long ago, but he also has 4.2k gold, so. What's his next item? What does he go for? He already has bomb, he already has BKB, he already has SNY. Maybe just a damage item? Maybe he picks up a Maelstrom also. There's a couple of options. Oh, Scotty. I forgot about Scotty. That's a pretty big item. Scotty's pretty big. He is the highest in net worth, but not by much. Morphling is getting up there, and now he's just 1,000 gold off that shotgun. That is some nasty damage that'll be coming through. Sentry. Bone 7's pinging it out. They know. They're not going to walk up there casually. Could be disastrous. Not many smoke of the sea ganks. You don't really need them. Misery's going to get waveformed on. This might... Misery, what are you doing, buddy? That's not where you want to be. Air even BKBs. Meanwhile, the backside. Limp going in. No Tail still surviving. Jonas trying to go onto Fatsa. Fatsa's got a haster and he's going to have to speed away. Ice Blast won't connect. Gets out. But they do get the kill onto poor No Tail. Air getting a double. Misery starting off that fight with just him running into that Morphling like a deer in headlights. This is not great for him. Bone 7 split pushing as best as a Riki can, but they might actually be able to put some pressure on the tier 3 tower. Limp will destroy the tier 1 mid. Bottom lane, Fox is going to farm up. Envy wasn't even close to that fight, and he is going Scotty, by the way. He's even pretty much got it here in just a couple of moments. Oh my god. I can't handle it. I'm losing it, boys. Oh, man. NiP seems to have a solution.
Alright, Mod, you gotta help me on this one.
What am I helping with?
In the last team fight, what happened to Vater's Raw? Because, I mean, I'm showing this in replay right now, so this is... Oh, well, it's too late. Alright, never mind. Still, I have no idea what happened to Vater's Raw. He used it. Like, I'm showing it on stream right now. He uses it right when Misery dies.
Yeah.
But who did get stunned?
Listen, I'm not the right person to ask. I was watching Misery die, man.
Yeah, same.
So...
I mean, that was pretty big, right? Arrow just blew him up.
It was Limp? No, I don't think it was Limp. Maybe it was like a support. I think it probably was a support. Because Limp was able to get his full Yule's
maybe it was a replicate. Because Limp was in the air.
Yeah.
No, wait a second. He used Yule's. This is interesting. Yeah, because there was like no one. Hanskin was with the error, killing the Lash Track. Jonas was slowly walking. It was a Treant illusion, yeah. Modpex, he's got our back. Alright, that's pretty cool.
How did, like, he always knows, man. I have no idea how he always knows.
The thing is, quite honestly, if you zoom out, like 50 meters, you see everything, but the problem is viewers can't see it anymore because the encoding is just terrible on the bitrate you use. So that's something you can actually do if you pick up the ticket.
I'm just going to zoom out for the rest of my cast for forever now. Because
That's actually pretty cool. I love it. When
I have no reason to have it. I always keep my smooth camera on. For whatever reason. I don't know why. I'm just like, oh, I'm doing camera work. Oh, wait, I'm not. I guess it's good practice either way.
Yeah, it's
We're going to get back into the game, though. Beastmaster cast ability, Primal Roar on Trade Protector, Illusion, Combat Log. Well, you know what? Listen, if we could read the Combat Log, it'd be a lot easier.
That was a cheat, alright? You shut up now, Mod.
Yeah, he's a cheater. So the Ethereal Blade now done for the Morphling. That is some damage. If they scout out Bone 7. Oh, by the way, No Tail had the gem. Who has the gem now? Jonas? Is that his gem or is that... No, that is No Tail's gem. So Jonas has No Tail's gem. That's pretty important. That is a pretty big item. Bone 7 now has to be very careful with how he moves. And if he could somehow find out that Jonas is the one that has the gem, maybe he could be a bit more careful. But this is still very difficult. Oh, God, that gem was such a big item loss. When could Cloud9 buy it again? 4 minutes and 50 seconds. That could be life and death, that period of time, honestly. And that could be very big. So, Bone 7 is going to have to play very carefully. And as I say that, he's going to run at Steel Kid. Okay, they see him. They see him now. And the first Ethereal Blade coming out gets the kill without even using the waveform. And then they smoke right after that. And they're going to head towards bottom, I imagine. And this is where it gets kind of dangerous for Cloud9. NiP with a couple of kills, a little bit of momentum in their favor. They still have to deal with Envy, who has just been farming this entire game. He's not been a part of a team fight, really. 4-1 and 2. Roche is about to respawn in 15 seconds. A perfect time to get a kill and a smoke coming out from NiP. If they get an extra kill here, it would be absolutely outstanding. They might not even need it. They'll be able to transition right into Roshan as soon as they see that it's up. They haven't walked in yet. It's going to respawn right. Oh, Hanskin walks in as soon as it respawns. What a lucky guy. They'll head into the pit. Replicate's going to be used. Fata is just going to TP to the tier 1 tower bottom. Misery's going to pulse Nova and bring down the creep wave. Oh, what a Yule Scepter coming out from Misery. He takes no damage. Air pops the BKB. Ice Blast, Misery, Adaptive Strike. And he's going to be able to get out. He's going to TP home. Nice play. And Era's BKB is now gone. They have to deal with the Lincoln Sphere, yes, but here we go. They're going to jump in. It's a big fight. Breaking out. Fata in some trouble. Supernova, Bones, but about to fall. Anvil. Fata, the second to fall. Era getting backlash damage, taking a lot of harass as well. The Assassinate doing nothing, just breaks the Lincoln Sphere. And 2 kills within the span of a second. Cloud9, no way they can contest this Roche now. This defensive build from Era has just done so much work. BKB and the Lincoln Sphere. And then on top of it, you add the fact that you have to deal with Overgrowth and Supernova. You can't fight into that. It's too difficult. Replicate in. Nice split earth. Lincoln Sphere is up and available. He also has Adaptive Strike and his Ethereal Blade ready to go. But they don't want to go too far. And they want to just take this Roshan. They want to take the extra Aegis. And Cheese now. It's the 3rd Roche at 37 minutes in. Cheese maybe for Limp. Aegis for Era, I imagine, would be pretty nice to have. This is getting very difficult for Cloud9. They don't have the right click to be able to deal with the Supernova. Meanwhile, Hanskin taking a lot of damage. Hanskin almost dying to Roche. He got bashed up. He lived just barely. One more right click and he would have been dead. Era's going to make a replicate. They'll TP out and head home. Steel Kid now finishes up his Aghanim Scepter. This game has now gotten very, very hard for Cloud9. NiP, no net worth lead yet, but it's getting close. And the later this game goes, the stronger Era gets. And the Midas obviously a big factor. He went full defensive mode and he's still able to dish out the damage with his Ethereal Blade. His right click's going to be getting a bit bigger too if he wants to go Scotty, maybe Butterfly as well as another option later on down the road. This is not going to be easy for Cloud9. I really don't know how they get through this one. No gem either. Boots of Travel finished for the Morphling. He's rich, man. He needs a TP. He'll sell his treads momentarily. Misery's got a TP away. He was very far in. There we go. Bots picked up for Era. The move speed, the ability to be anywhere on the map, really, and to pick off a kill. It's definitely there. And now you're hoping to God that Envy can take this game late enough, and he'll do enough work with the sniper. Mom, SNY, BKB, Scotty. Is it going to be enough? Will he need more attack speed? Will he need more damage? Attack speed would be nice, honestly, just because of the Phoenix. I really think that might be a good choice. Fata has really not gotten anything done since he picked up those bots not too long ago. Mask of Madness for Bones 7. Bones 7 really likes living dangerously. He's died so quickly in every single one of these fights. I guess he thinks that if he doesn't have perfect position, he's going to die anyways. He might as well buy Mask of Madness to get the most out of his damage output. That's ridiculous.
Top tower is under attack.
What a bold statement coming out from the Riki player. Looks like Fata, I think, is going for Hex. Might be wrong about that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke wraparound. Fata is the target. He backs up to the tier 2 tower. Bone 7 waiting for this tower to fall. The tier 2 in the bottom lane. Despite how this game is going for Cloud9 now, they do have a tower advantage. There is that. They only have one tier 2 left to be taken. Now it's in the mid lane. Tier 3 actually will take a small amount of damage. Very minimal.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We've kind of hit a lull now. With Aegis and Cheese, NiP are trying to find ways to get into the base, to get into the tier 2 tower, to get into the jungle of Cloud9. Cloud9 have split up the map nicely, making sure they're getting farm across the board. I'm still waiting to see what Envy goes for. This best of one. This one game is taking a lot longer than I think a lot of people thought it would. Okay, well, at least it's a headset issue. That's good stuff.
Invisibility.
Envy. 2.8k gold. Morph's going to be picking up an ultimate orb. Whether that is a Scotty or a Manta style. If it was a Manta, we'd probably have Yasha first, but... Uh-oh. That bot's now getting canceled, luckily for him, because that was Era coming in, and now Envy knows that he's in trouble. He's going to have to try to go into Hanskin. Ice Blast is going to fly through it. Envy pops his BKB. There's the Overgrowth coming out as well. The Assassin and a Seal Kit, but the stun comes out from the Supernova. The Sun Rays, well, they're trying to throw everything at him to get this kill, but he's so tanky with this BKB. Now the BKB wearing off, and he will fall. They blow him up. That's just enough damage to come through. Bottom lane, though, they're going to roar into Era. Can they get this kill? They have to try to find a kill here. They're going to defuse him. He'll BKB. Limp in the meantime getting Misery across the map. Not sure what Misery was doing up there. Maybe trying to help out Envy. Looks like that was the case. They throw everything at Era, and they can't get the kill. It's just so close, but the BKB comes out after breaking the Lincoln Sphere. They have to get this BKB down to about a 5-second duration, or else this game gets very difficult. And even with that, he'll have a Scotty very soon. It's so hard to kill him. It was hard to kill Envy, but he had no help. Envy doesn't have the escape mechanisms that Era has. Limp's going to come in. Eul Scepter now. It's going to be on to Big Daddy No Tail. Bone 7's going to come in. Cheese was popped from Limp preemptively, I believe. Ice Blast sailing through. Limp will actually survive. Kind of... His trigger finger is a little bit itchy. He went right for that cheese. He's hungry, I guess. Well, whatever. Worse things have happened. I mean, that could be pretty detrimental, but... Finally, the second gem is purchased up for No Tail. They desperately needed that. They still can't get the one back from Jonas, though. Jonas has really recovered nicely. Regardless of how he started off the game, he's done a very good job getting back into it with a Shiva's Guard now in bots. And 1,200 gold as well. Bone 7 rotating up top. Misery will push out the wave. Envy's still sitting bottom. And No Tail in the jungle. Just trying to get wards and his gem, which he'll head back to the base for. Honestly, this game could go anyway. I think the biggest thing is that Cloud9 really can't fight up against Era later on down the road. When he has the Scotty, he's going to be 6 slot after he sells his Midas and gets another item. So, then what do you do? I honestly have no idea. His Scotty's pretty much done. There's that Hex. God, they need that so badly. If they could break the Lincoln Sphere of Era and maybe pump out enough damage, there is a possibility they get the kill. But he has so much HP when he's got a Scotty. He's got so much armor. He has 30 armor. How do you right-click someone like that? You don't. That's the thing. Smoke up. NiP are in the enemy jungle. Dire's Courier is going to go down. That was the Scotty, I believe. Era's going to get caught. Assassinate's about to fly. It's going to break his Lincoln Sphere. Limp pops the BKB. There's the Air Splitter. Jonas going to jump in, gets used up by breaking out Laguna onto Envy, doing a lot of damage, but not enough. Hanskin, he's hexed. He's about to fall, and will. They've lost 3. They lost Air on the backside. Limp might be the 4th here if he's not careful. Nice Yules coming out. Supernova a bit late to the party. Another Yules. That was his Yules to save his own life. Now the LSA onto Misery. Misery will fall. It turns into a 3 for 3. Bone 7's going to TP. He'll make it out. Envy and Bone 7 both surviving. Limp and Jonas on the other side. But in the end, it should be Cloud9's fight to take as they get the kill on Era, the biggest kill of the game. I'm not sure how they did it. I think he didn't BKB there. This gold change is pretty much nothing. It is nothing. Bone 7 is the only one getting any real gold on the side of Cloud9. Limp on the side of NiP. Oy. Well, that at least provides him an Ogre Club and 1,600 gold, so that's a BKB coming out. Which was exactly what Moppax predicted. Because in both of Bone 7's other games, he built Diffusal straight into BKB, although he went Mom this time, so not quite on point, Moppax. Astral Spirit, Aura, and Earth Spirit. That's pretty good. See, that's the thing. That's the late game that you have to worry about for Cloud9, which I didn't touch on. Is that Natural Order is the X factor here. Yes, you have a very farm Morphling, but 100% base armor reduction plus 33% base resist reduction is pretty good. I guess we should talk about the fact that Elder Titan's a natural counter to Morphling. And that's one of the heroes that was picked very often to counter Morphling in the last couple of patches. But it's not been seen because Morphling's not picked too often, and Elder Titan's just not a good hero. Bone7 is dead. See you later.
I'm dead.
And Misery's probably dead as well. Oh my god! Who wants roasted lamb? Jesus. Lamb throws up the Laguna Blade. It's a dead goat. Dead ass goat. Envy and Fatsa can only look on helplessly as they're still in the bottom lane, the bottom jungle. They just lose 2 heroes. Roar's gonna go in onto Hanskin, assassinate. Hanskin's just gonna fall. Replicate in. Fatsa teams out smartly though. Waveform, Ice Blast, all off the mark. Nice. Ethereal Blade onto a Necro Illusion, or a Necro Unit rather. Roche is up in about a minute's time though. Can Cloud9 finally contest this? I think so. I think they can. I think it's a possibility. 46 minutes into the game. We've had a couple of snacks here and there, folks, but we're getting to crunch time. This game could still go 20 to 30 minutes longer, though. That's the crazy thing. It is Mjolnir. I'm glad that he went for this. That's a very, very solid pickup. I was talking about attack speed earlier. I think this is very, very important for Envy. The Mjolnir, and plus the damage it's going to provide as well. There's only one BKB, I think, at the side of NiP. I might be wrong about that. No, actually, Limp has his as well. I remember seeing it multiple times. Speaking of BKB charges, where are they at now? You look at Era, he's at 7 seconds, so still not bad for Limp. He's sitting at about 8. So they're getting a little bit lower. I think Envy's at 8 as well. Yes, he is. Is there any other BKB on the map? I think Bone is trying to build one, but he's not quite there yet. Misery's in the tree line. He's kind of away from his team, but look at this. NiP might get jumped on. Smoke to take back Cloud9's jungle. They want it. Are they going to find it? Era, this could be big. No, they find instead Limp. That could be as big of a target. The roar comes out. BKB not there. Split Earth and Limp is going to fall. Supernova forced out. Limp buys back. Era has to replicate away into the river. Supernova still going. Hanskin in some trouble. Overgrowth is going to go. Envy's peeping him for the backside. Ooh, indeed. Bone7 gonna get, I think, LSA. No, he actually missed. But look at the damage. The Mjolnir procs, Laguna Blade going. Envy right-clicking so many heroes down. Brings down target, of course. Jonas is gonna fall, but Era manning up. Envy's about to fall, but he gets the kill on Era. 4 dead on the side of NiP. It's about to be a 5th. Seal Kid will go down. And Cloud9, 5-man wipe NiP. Envy doing so much goddamn damage. It's ridiculous. Not a great fight for NiP to take. They weren't in position. Limp had to buy back, get into the fight. He was a bit too late. Jonas had taken too much damage after the Supernova. They're going to buy back. They're going to try to contest Roche. They know that Envy is down. They might be able to take this too. And Envy, he maybe should think about buying back here. Because I think alone, Morphling might be able to take this. But no. They're thinking about it. Instead, they'll stay towards their ancient stack. They don't want to go for anything too hastily. That's a lot of freaking damage. That Mjolnir was doing work in that fight. It's a very solid choice. Misery gets a lot of farm from that engagement as well. That I wish I saw the net or the team fight recap. I wanted to see how much golden Cloud9 got, but it's got to jump up to about 2,500 still for NiP. Back and forth we go. This game shows no signs of stopping. Bone7 finally finishes up his BKB. That's a very important item, and I don't know if NiP can deal with it. They've been Lagunaing Envy the entire time, and it's just not enough damage to kill him. I mean, 950 pure damage is a lot, but he has 2.7k health. That is an absurd amount when you think about it, for a sniper anyway. Into the Roche pit they go. Limp's back up in 5. Is it time to contest? Look at the smoke gang coming out. NiP looking to try to fight this. Sunray's gonna go. Look at the damage out of Bone7. They'll back away. Shiva's guard gonna fly in as well. He misses Shiva's. Waveform in. Hex up. Now Fatsa gonna blink away. BKB gonna go. Blink gets his pop. Bone7 walks in. Jumps in. They blow up Limp. Now there's the Ethereal Blade. Lincoln Sphere pops up. Can they get this kill? The Diffuser Blade. Era has to wait for him away, but Era's in trouble. Era's about to fall. Can Bone 7 solo him? In the meantime, a nice overgrowth. Envy right-clicking onto Limp. Era's still living. They get the kill onto Limp. Seal Kid stunned up as well. Han's going to go to try to TP out. He will make it away. Era actually brings down Bone 7 to the backside in that man fight, which I turned away from, but still 3 down on the side of NiP. Cloud9. They say this is their Roche. We're taking this damn thing. Who gets the Aegis? Who gets the cheese? Envy, I don't think he drops his Mask of Madness here. And looks like No-Tail and Misery will be acquiring the Aegis of cheese between the two of them. And they get another gem. Notice's gem has now been taken back. Cheese up for No-Tail. Misery gets the Aegis. And with level 3 Pulse Nova, that's a lot more damage than I think most people consider. I think that's a very solid choice. Dump all of your mana in a fight if you're about to die with your Pulse Nova. And then get back up and do it again. I mean, you're a support at this point, so you really there's no concern of you dying. It doesn't really matter. Look at the attack speed from Envy. No buyback from Limp. This should be a full Rax and maybe the game. Cloud9 with one of the most ridiculous drafts I've seen are taking a Rax off NiP here. NiP looks so damn good just a couple of minutes ago, but already they're losing a Rax. They're losing a tier 3 tower in the bottom lane as well. This is not looking great. Lincoln Sphere has been popped. Era has to be a bit more careful now. Do they go for more than just this tier 3? Do they get this melee Rax? It looks like with Envy right-clicking they will. And the blinking the Hex up onto Era just to make sure he can't jump in. That will secure them the melee Rax. Look at Yoda's fan getting Split Earth, not dead yet. They jump in, they blow up No-Tail, gem on the deck. Era now going toe-to-toe on Envy. Meanwhile, back into the base, you see Misery. He's going to get right-clicked out, but that's the Aegis. Fata, that's the Laguna Blade as well. Fata right-clicked. He's going to fall back to the man fight. Envy and Era going toe-to-toe. Envy will fall in the end. They do defend, but it's going to take a lot. Misery. Pulse Nova still up. Limp is still hexed. And now Misery should fall. Dragon Slave, Bone 7 jumps in, silences up. Jonas in trouble. Bone 7 pops the BKB. Earn up, but Jonas is going to fall. But look at this. Here comes there with the right click. Will they be able to get all 5? Dragon Slave, they can't get vision. They don't see him. The gem was on the deck. They did pick it up, and Bone 7 hightails it out of there. The sole survivor for Cloud9. But the damage is already done for NiP's base. 3 buildings of Rax down. And a 4th taking heavy, heavy, heavy damage. The ranged Rax not able to regen up. Although they do have a Treant Protector. He'll living armor it up, but it'll take some time. And honestly, this has just been a stellar draft from Cloud9. Stellar play, other than maybe about 10 to 15 to 20 minutes ago when they were getting a bit outplayed by NiP and they weren't really ready to go. But now there's items for almost every Cloud9 player. And they're really dealing with Era effectively. They're shutting him out of the fight. They're making sure he's been cut off from the rest of his teammates in most of these engagements, and I think that's the most important part. Whether it's Bone 7 harassing him or Envy just right-clicking him down with the sniper, they are bringing Era down. That's the biggest thing, or at least shutting him out of the fight. Era now gets up a butterfly, drops down the Hand of Midas. He'll sell that more than likely, and he'll go from there. It's not done for NiP yet, but they've got a long road to walk. The ultimate orb for the Ricky. What's he going for? An interesting choice. Bata. Can he break the Lincolns? Yeah, he'll try. BKB does get off for Era. There's the Earth Splitter going through as well. Bots in coming from Jonas, though. BKB was forced. Overgrowth going to come through. Fox is going to BKB. No-Tail isn't going to be so lucky. He's going to get forced out. Sunray going. Misery is disconnected, I think, and dead. He was just standing there. I have to imagine he got DC'd. I would hope so. It's just like, no, guys, go to the bathroom. Don't fight. I hope that wasn't the case. That actually is pretty big. He has no buyback. That's pretty damn big, in fact. But here comes Envy. Throws up the shrapnel. This could be bad. Refresher now done coming out from the Lina. Oh, the flashy plays coming out from the redhead. Bonesev is going to back away the Mask of Madness. He wants to get out as quickly as possible. They do force Hanskin back, but also no Aghanim Scepter for the Treant Protector. I knew it! I knew it was the DC. This might be the go time here for NiP. This is Misery is very farmed. Blink Yules and a Scythe of Ice. This is no slouch of a support. This is what I like about Leshrac, because he scales pretty well into the late game. You talk about BKB and how Pulse Nova is kind of ineffective when the BKBs do get up, but when the BKBs get down to 5-second durations, Pulse Nova is a huge item. Fox is going for a Refresh Roar, by the way, which I think is huge. It's a really big item. And they're going to split push top and hope that Misery gets back in time. Seal Kid, why are you walking there, buddy? What are you doing, Seal Kid? It's just casually strolling into lane. I just don't know what that was about. Oh well. Nice, Misery has reconnected, excellent. So he doesn't miss much other than, you know, him dying underneath his tier 2 tower, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Cheese is in the stash for No Tail. What a player that he's like, nah, I don't need it on me. I'm fine. Don't even worry about it. This game has somehow gone 56 minutes. Longer if you count all the disconnects and pauses we've had. Oh my god, that's a cheeky play. The replicate invis. That's funny. They'll never suspect it. They do have a gem though, so they will see it if they do walk too close. The Jonas is sitting at an ultimate orb as well, which I would imagine to be a Scythe, but so many items this game, man. You get 57 minutes in and everybody has items. Who's the lowest in net worth? Trim Protector has 4K. Doesn't even have an axe yet. Step up your game, Hans Skin. In all seriousness, though, it's not surprising that he's this low in net worth. He hasn't really... He's died a lot. He's tried his best to help out in fights, and he's done a nice job with his overgrowths, at least earlier on in the game. But he just can't survive long enough to get a lot of the experience. They focus him down nicely. Suddenly, Morphling is way ahead of Envy in net worth. Not sure how much that matters. The Butterfly is a big deal. But the MKB was already picked up for Envy, so it doesn't matter. I don't know if he sold anything for that. I think he had phase and then he sold it for bots and then bought the MKB. Pretty sure. Oh, he sold his SNY, sorry. I guess when you hit level 25, you don't need an SNY. That's a nice luxury to have. Oblivion Staff for Fata. How close to... He has nothing on the courier, so... He's still pretty far away from his Refresh Orb, or what I would imagine to be a Refresh Orb anyway. Smoke of Deceit, Roche is up in who knows how long. We'll see when it's up in about 20 to 30 seconds. Fata has made his home top lane. If he has an opportunity to take this top tier 3 tower, he will. Oh, Jonas, this is not where you want to be.
Takes one to shoot
and they'll get the kill. They find a gem as well. And Seven will pick it up. That's really big. He has no buyback, no gem. Olympus invis. Temple, LSA, Laguna onto Misery. Waveform, Fata pops the BKB but gets Laguna. They take 2. They were standing still. And they got double LSA'd by Limp. Sick play. Nice wraparound gank. Roche is going to respawn in 20 seconds, though. Oh, will they walk in and just walk out? They will. Throw an Astral in there, I think. No Tail's going to sit in for the time being. No, they're going to back out. And it's NiP's turn to send into a replicate into the Roche pit, and they will see that it is up. And this could be huge for NiP. This could be what they're looking for. Biggest thing is that there's no buyback for either of those heroes, Misery or for Fata. That was a lot of gold Fata lost. A lot of gold. 4.3 for Limp. He's also very high up in net worth. You have to wonder what he goes for next. He just might... The Refresher's good for a couple of reasons. Double Laguna, double BKB, pretty significant. That's actually so important for them. Limp might be the X factor here for NiP. Morph is in the Roche pit. No replicate. Limp is going to be Shadow Bladed up. He's going to head into the pit. Astral's going to go through. It's going to stomp a waveform out.
Shrapnel.
Another shrapnel going. There's going to be the Earth Splitter. It's going to connect as soon as it gets there. No, it doesn't hit on anybody for some reason. Roche is going to go down. Jonas jumps in. Do they get the Aegis? They got it for Limp, who got the cheese. I think it might have been Hanskin. No, Jonas picks it up. Big, big, big pick coming out from NiP. That gives them so much more time to work with. That's huge. That might be one of the most important plays that NiP could have made this game. It's an Aegis on Limp. What did he get rid of? The Yules. Ah, that's interesting. Did he put it on the courier? He did. Okay, he didn't sell it. I think that's the most important thing. He's not selling the Yules. Making sure you have that for future fights is very important. At least in my opinion. So the scythe is done for the Phoenix, by the way. Alright, let me just rack my brain here. Envy's BKB is down to how long? 5 seconds. So, really, what's going to happen here? If Envy gets hexed up, they're going to be in some trouble. If any of them get hexed up before they get their BKBs off, they're going to be in trouble. Comes down to initiation, I think. And Era could just go and right-click like crazy because he has 315 plus 64 damage. He's a butterfly. He's Ethereal Blade. He has 2,000 HP and 39 armor. I mean, because there is the natural order, he's not unkillable, but this guy is difficult to deal with. They've done a really good job so far. Limp is going in deep. Misery spotted him out. Uh-oh, Misery's kind of alone, though. Shadow Blade. Stomp's gonna go. Misery needs to get a split earth here. Will he catch it? He didn't get Limp. He doesn't see him. They don't see him. The Earth Splitter will connect into Era. Ethereal Blade goes. Misery actually disjoints it with a blink, but then gets Laguna at the end. That was such a weird play, but I guess space created, kind of. Limp will TP back mid. Envy's gonna go on to Limp right now. Envy really wants to get this Aegis, and Limp might lose it. The right click coming in. Limp's getting low. He's gonna fall. That's the Aegis down, but just the Aegis. Bone 7 popped the BKB for that as well. Fox is going to jump in. He's going to look for a hex. He's going to find it. Roar might come out momentarily. It will. Limp, does he have buyback? Absolutely. Assassin is going to go through. He's going to refresh. Laguna Blade's going to go. Bone 7 not falling. They will get Limp. He'll buy back. They're in the base. Steel Kid's getting low. He'll fall. He doesn't have buyback. Envy trying to TP out. He should actually maybe just fight. No. They back away. They lose Bone 7. They force out the buyback from Limp. That's important. They do drop the gem that was on Bone 7, but they have extras to spare. And they'll back away. And now we've gotten to the point, 62 minutes into the game, where Hanskin now has eyes of the forest. He can start laying him down. And that might be another X factor. Era trying to speed his way out of there, and Will with waveform, he'll just jaunt away. Teams that are down 3 buildings of racks 55 minutes and 6.83 have a 25% win rate. The patch before was only 9.5%. That is something to behold. Who just got the refresher? Faza? He did. Oh, look at this fight. Era gets blown up. Era gets destroyed. That was ridiculous. I saw him just get jumped on, then he died almost instantly. Meanwhile, Misery's going to get Laguna, but there's the Roar on Hanskin. He's going to fall. Jonas might be the next target here. Supernova, but he pops it off just in time. No Tail now hexed up. 7 still down, but Fanta bringing it down with Envy as well. Limp will not have buyback if he falls. He can't afford to die here. Era's going to jump back in. He kills Envy. Era gets Envy. Now Fanta's alone. And Fanta without BKB, he refreshes. He'll have it now. He'll pop it and he'll TP away. And they won't be able to kill him. But getting Envy, a couple of gems lie on the ground as well. 2 of them, in fact. Will sick TP back in from the Morphling, blowing up Envy there. In the flash of a second, anybody could die in this game. That's what we've learned. It's so difficult to keep up with who's going down. 39 to 36 at 64 minutes into this game. This game has not lacked for excitement. It's been one of the most enjoyable games I've seen recently. And it's still anybody's game. Despite being down 3 buildings of racks, NiP are not giving in. The Mushi challenge for Morphling is up to 10K. So many pauses. Era's up
Dire's
to 10k.
courier has been killed.
Oh no, what just happened? And Limp's ultimate orb. Where did that die? Here. Was that Bone 7 taking it out? It must have been. Yeah, well. I'm not sure what it was doing over there, but he gets... I think it was trying to get the gem, perhaps. And then it died on the way there. That's pretty nice. Lip does get hexed up bottom. Fatsa actually was looking to roar, but he'll back away. Got hexed up. Or rather stunned up with a little LSA. They're going to TP in. It's happening. Mystery, still getting microed.
This is redundant.
And Envy's back up in 3 seconds. Now, this is where buyback status becomes very important. And Limp, as well as Era, do not have it. That is a Basher. He's going for the good old Abyssal Blade Morphling. I like it. But now there's a Daedalus up on Sniper. What he sell was... What did he sell? Bots, Scotty, BKB, Mom... Mjolnir. He sold his Mjolnir. Or did he not sell it? Does he have it in courier? He sold it. Okay, he sold his Mjolnir. If Cloud9 are able to win one fight or even kill the two big cores in Limp and Era, this game I think is over. It's very close. That's all they have to do. And I say all, that's difficult. Era even puts the Ethereal Blade up on the courier. He actually is going to lose a lot of right click because of that. Purchases up a gem as well. I mean, he's enough money. He can do whatever he wants. He doesn't have a buyback. He doesn't have to save for it. Roshan is still not going to be respawning for a while. That would be pretty big. Envy hits like a truck if he gets a Daedalus proc. It's ridiculous. He could blow some heroes up. Alright, well, at least Misery's reconnected. It's a 66-minute game is turned into an 80-minute game. Let's see, we started at 11 Eastern, I believe. It's currently 12:46. Oh no, that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Envy's lagging. He DCs from the game. The entirety of Cloud9 having issues. Oh my god. This is getting ridiculous. I think No-Tail is now going to be microing Envy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. It's crazy. Oh man. This is gonna be ridiculous. Oh, Fata walks right near Hanskin. They see him. The lead sheet's gonna go. Fata doesn't have blink. He has BKB. He has TP as well. Hex is up. Pops the BKB. TP's home. Ooh, that was very close. That was very close. Bottom's pushing in. By the way, they lost that range Rax that was there for a while. And it's reconnected. We got a couple more minutes where I think everyone's still ready to go. 67 minutes in. I actually think this might be the longest DotaPit game we've had. Or getting close to it. Bone 7 in Misery. Jonas, Hanskin, TPing away. Ooh, yeah, they're gonna make it out. No! Jonas got hexed up by Misery with a Blink Dagger. Jonas is gonna fall with no buyback for 98. In fact, nobody on the Dire team has it for at least a minute and a half. This might be Cloud9's time to go. Right in between them disconnecting. Right in between the buybacks. I think it's time for them to go. But they're actually gonna head bottom. For some reason. I guess Rosh has a chance to be up, but it's gonna be a while before it's a max duration Roshan. There's also a lot of TP scrolls in there, but who cares?
Haste.
This is where we get to crunch time, man. And the high ground pressure's coming. Can they get the mega creeps? Can they finish this game off? Cloud9 are looking to secure this and get a bye from the first round of the playoffs. Shrapnel tier 3 tower. Meanwhile, middle lane, they're going Hanskin. He's in trouble. He's going to fall, it looks like. Era jumping into Misery. Misery gets used up in the air. Era looking to fight this. There's the Abyssal Blade, but it's only onto Misery. It doesn't do much. Limp's going to get roared up. The Earth Splitter is going to connect onto Era. He's getting low. Limp's going to fall. Bone 7 cleans him up. Envy's not even in the fray. Bone 7's doing most of the work. Era's in trouble. Seal Kid about to fall. Era's going to take damage. He's morphing desperately, but Era is donezo. 5 down. Cloud9 will take the GG. All 5 dead on the side of NiP. It was hard fought for the Cloud9 roster. So many disconnects. Such a long game. Turns into almost a 70-minute game. It might have even gotten there. I'm not sure. But they do secure themselves a bye in the first round of the playoffs. NiP will go down to the losers bracket round 1 to play up against Vega Squadron. Interesting to note, NiP and Vega, the 2 teams to qualify from the qualifiers for DotaPit Season 3. And they'll get a chance to be a best-of-3 rematch for it all. Still a very exciting game, an hour and 10 minutes, but a lot longer because of all the disconnects and pauses. I had a lot of fun. I will say that, you know, I should be tired.